What up, Donald D?
Yo. Yo.
I was catching a wave on that joint, baby.
Happy
10 minutes
Wednesday.
late. I know we 10 minutes late, babe. Yo, we was in here having a party.
We were, yo, we were
And we
jamming
looked
out
at the
here
time, we're like,
talking.
oh, snap.
We were jamming out
Uh-oh.
talking, and I was like, he was like, yo, what time is it? I looked down, I was like, damn.
Uh-oh. Time to get with it.
That's
You know what?
bad.
Donnie, yo, let's not waste no time tonight, baby. Let's jump right into this thing, you know what I'm saying?
Ooh, let's jump in real.
In a world full of political correctness, Coach Brown and Donnie Rhodes are choosing to keep free speech alive.
This is my favorite show.
And this is my favorite topic. But we won't go there. Oh, so let's talk about some other stuff first, Donnie.
Yo, real quick, can I just say something? I want to give you a little update today. No pants party in the house, yes, sir.
Cuckoo!
Hey, just for everybody watching, I'm gonna repeat this later on in the episode. Friday there will be no show.
Ooh.
We'll be back Monday.
Yeah, Monday, fun day.
Whoa, dude, your whole world just turned upside down right there.
Spaceship hit a little turbulence. Oh shit. So before we dive in, no pants party, baby. Let's go game time.
Yo, I haven't heard that in a while.
I know, right? That one came out of nowhere.
It was so clean too.
It came so natural. I was like, oh, that was pretty good. Last week we talked about.
No, Monday.
I always say weeks because I'm so used to the weeks.
I do it too.
So last Monday, a couple days ago, 2 days ago.
Yep, 2 days ago.
We had a whole show about talking about aliens and stuff like that. It was pretty cool.
Sir.
I definitely did some deep dives after those conversations that we have with each other, and then also Mike.
Mike brought out some deep stuff to think about.
Yeah, stuff to make you go,
So it was Monday, Tuesday when I went to work. I was driving around, right, and I'm looking at the sky, and I'm like, "Yo, motherfucker, what? I bet you there is something going on for you like that." It's weird to think about.
Yo, exactly.
And it almost not that you get paranoid and like anxiety, but you almost feel like you're the size of an ant when you start thinking about stuff like that. You're like, damn, we're literally nothing compared to that. So,
yo, for real.
It's insane, but it was cool. It was cool to think about.
You know what was not it was kind of cool and funny to think about, but it was also a little
what's up, Hunter?
Strange.
Hunter's his son.
I kind of figured about how you was
yeah.
I was like, oh, it must be a little kid. I don't think you'd be doing that to your friend, Hunter.
Hi, Jay.
I know, right? I was like, what? So maybe wait. Can Hunter hear us? I was about to say something. I was like, hold on, let me make sure Hunter can't hear us before I say it. So there's some stuff going on in on the world stage, in the news, man. It's pop culture news. So this ain't political stuff. It's pop culture. But something went down. Bam, bam. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, 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 bam. That's not an endorsement. But Donnie, remember you was like, reason why I say that is this, because remember we were about to shoot that commercial, and you was like, oh, you know what song we should use? And you were like, bah, bah. And I was like, Donnie, no, we can't.
I know the backstory, right? Is I wasn't thinking of the artist, I was thinking of the lyrics.
Mhm.
So we on the Uncut Comeback, I was like, yo, we should reenact the Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski when they did the film when they were like bad boys for life and like we ain't going nowhere. And I was like, yo, that would be so dope to recreate that. And Jay's like, no. And I was like,
nah,
why?
I can't do that one.
You were like, the video sounds cool, but the audio we're gonna have to change because it's Diddy. And I was like, oh.
No Diddy. Yo, but listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. When I first heard all this stuff about Diddy, I'm like, come on, man. They trying to take my boy Diddy out the come on, man.
Did you fully believe it when you first heard it? Like the first drop of that news where you were like,
yeah, I was kind of like, man. But I was also, the other part of me was like, how can I put this? Obviously, there's a lot of freaky deaky stuff that happens in Hollywood and all that type of stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not into that freaky deaky.
Freaky deaky, you know what I mean? There's a lot of freaky deaky, to put it lightly, stuff that happens in all this Hollywood stuff. You know what I mean?
I don't speak that freaky deaky Dutch over here.
But I'm like, I put it this way: they all know what's happening, and they're all doing it. So like, when they try to like publicly crucify someone, like, oh, look what he's doing, I'm like, come on, man, y'all motherfuckers doing the same shit, bro. Like, come on, fam. And y'all was at the parties
just so that they can stay out of it too.
Yeah, like all you cats was at them parties. You know what I mean? You were all at the Diddy parties. So now, you know what I mean? Don't try to act crazy. But the more stuff came out, I'm like, damn, come on, Diddy. Like, you really out here wilding, bro. You seen the video of him? He was like, I don't know if you follow this at all, but
I honestly I hate to say it, but like so much going on right now, it's so hard to like follow every little.
Nah, I get it 100%.
You know what I mean?
I try to stand up for my boy Diddy until I seen a video of him like actually whooping his girl. Not whooping his girl, but like, yeah, pretty much. You know what I mean? Like dragged her by the hair, straight kicked her, all this type of craziness. I'm like, all right, yeah, you can't. I can't. You know what I mean? Like, you out here wilding, bro. But the funny and the crazy thing is this.
Pull some Chris Brown shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But they went and raided his crib recently. Like, he's in jail now. They locked him up. You know what I mean?
He's locked up.
Yeah, they locked him up. They're holding him. He's gonna go to trial. He'll probably post bail and all that type of stuff. But as of right now, he's in federal custody. But one of the funny things is when they raided his house, because all the speculations about him doing, or all the charges like sex trafficking, kidnapping, forcing people into prostitution, racketeering, like all this stuff, whole list of shit. But they were talking about he used to throw the Freakniks. So the Freakniks is like like everybody on everybody, freaky deaky, 3 days in a row type of thing going on. You know what I mean? But the crazy thing is when they raided this house, they found.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're about to tell me when they found something.
They found some stuff, but they found this particular stash that I thought was rather interesting and rather hilarious as well. You know what I mean? They found 1,000 bottles. 1,000 bottles of. Take a guess what it was.
KY jelly?
Close.
I don't know.
1,000 bottles of baby oil.
Yo, that sounds like your house, bro.
Nah, chill out, bro. What the hell? I don't even know how to respond to that. What are you talking about?
I'm just kidding.
That was super racial. No, I'm just playing. Oh, he want to open that can. He said Pizzagate. Hell yeah. He knows about them $42,000 hot dogs. I don't want to get flagged. I don't want to get flagged though. But yeah. Pretty much it's hip hop Pizzagate. Basically, they said he was having minors up in there and all that weirdo freaky deaky stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't. You know what's funny is that I feel like the same thing happened with that Epstein's Island thing.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was like, "Oh, I can't believe it," but you were there. What do you mean?
Exactly. I can't believe it. I can't believe how much that guy in the video looks like me. That's outrageous.
I I've known this guy for 40 minutes. He would never do anything like that. Bullshit. You've known him for 8 years. What are you talking about?
Exactly.
You were the first one to sign into the guest list.
That's funny. I can't believe this.
Can't believe he did.
Bro.
He has got on a whole island? What do you mean? Your yacht was parked out there for 4 days.
Bro, that joint, when I seen it, they arrested him. Because at first I'm like, they're not going to arrest him. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, even though he's doing all that stuff and the freaky deaky and all that.
He was clear for a while. Like,
but they're saying he was doing this joint all the way back from like the late 80s and the 90s.
I mean, like all this came out and he tried to escape and they stopped his plane, but they didn't arrest him yet. I figured they would have put him in custody until at least they figured he was free to go for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And then now, that's crazy, huh?
It's pretty wild, bro. It's pretty wild, man.
I've never seen anybody try to tunnel to Mexico before.
Tunnel to Mexico. For real, yo. So yeah, that was just one of the things that happened on the world stage where I was like, oh, we gotta talk about that because a thousand bottles of baby oil can't really be downplayed. That's a pretty slippery party going on up in there.
This is alleged because I don't want to get flagged for misinformation because I don't really know truthfully. But
disclaimer.
I heard that the Bieber was involved with that stuff too, and not on the giving side, on the receiving side.
Yeah.
He was not too happy with that.
I saw a video so questionable that I can't even say it on a joint. Oh, Wayfair. Yo, Scott knows what's going on, man. Donnie, do you know what's going on? You know about the No?
Nope.
Okay. I'm gonna tell you off camera because if we bring that up like all the way, nah, they're not gonna let us exist on a streaming world. But I'm gonna exactly. We're already trying to climb out this hole. But I would definitely tell you about that off camera. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
Okay. Scott knows what's going on here.
Scott's a smart doobie.
Nah, I believe it, man. I believe it. Speaking of smart, man. Last week we was talking about these aliens. I don't know where Mike's at. He might have fell asleep, but I did get a couple videos, man. I want to get your feedback on because we talked about the high probability that these I'm gonna keep calling them UFOs. They're trying to switch the name. I don't care. I'm calling them UFOs. I'm from the old school. But these UFOs that we're seeing have a high probability of actually coming from the ocean rather than out of space. You know what I mean? So what I did do is I took the liberty of, kind of just doing a quick skim and say, hey, what could we find out about, the conversation around that. So I saved a couple videos, but let me get past this.
Cox Business.
So, oh yeah, my other boy too. But let me pull this one up. So this dude Lewis, he be talking about his time, with the Pentagon and projects he worked on. He seems pretty compelling, but there's also a lot of people who say like, oh, he might be actually an implant to give enough information to keep people from asking like the real questions. So I don't know. But Mike's in the house, yo.
Oh, you said
hey, what's up, Mike? What up, Mike? You made it, baby. Game time.
Yo, I signed up for the whole account, but I couldn't figure out how to like sign in with like Pro and do all that other stuff. But I don't know.
All right, I'll do a stream with you, or we'll stream with you and like privately and show you how to get that shit all set up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I like logged in and then it showed my account, but then it wouldn't let me log into your stream.
Oh, I don't know, that's weird.
That's weird. You need you need to. I don't know. It's weird.
I'm gonna pull. Well, number one, Mike, welcome to the stream, baby. What about we was just recapping on what we were talking about last week with the aliens, all that shit. Yeah. Oh, he said, have you seen the Tic Tac video? Yeah, actually, we pulled that up. Did we pull it up last week? Did we go into that one? I don't know if we did. You know what? We'll pull that one up today, for sure.
Yeah, it showed it last week, but we didn't go into it.
We didn't like dive into it. But yo, check this out. Let me know what you guys think about my boy here. He's talking about we'll stop it every so often and commentate on it.
people in our government that have said it's here, whatever it is.
Right.
But these things could also be from under the water. These things could be something that is as natural to Earth as the little beasties were, right, when we first discovered them. Maybe they've been here all along.
Right.
So
the ocean is largely undiscovered. One of the things that people need to understand is that most of the exploration of the ocean is really essentially around the outside edges.
That's right.
It's around the shores.
Less than 10%. So,
which is nuts.
A buddy of mine
90% of the ocean.
That's right.
Like what?
We know more about the moon than the bottom of our own ocean. And so
That's so crazy.
Yeah. That's fact.
And these underwater crafts, like this enormous one that apparently was near this oil rig, how many of them have been? Has there been more than one of those videos?
So let me tell you what I can say from open source.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. And then I'll tell you about a conversation I had without attribution because I don't want to get in trouble.
Now, just in case you guys don't know who this guy is, have you guys ever both seen him before? No.
I have not.
I have.
You have, yeah. So this guy basically got hired by the U.S. military to work on like certain technologies and materials that they recovered from like spacecrafts and stuff like that. So he's worked specifically in that particular area. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Not everybody. A lot of people are familiar with the Air Force's program called the Fast Walker program, which is a program that was started by the Air Force, among other things, was to detect UFOs. That's a fact. That was part of their mission.
Okay.
To detect a lot of things, adversarial technology, but UFOs was one of them. It's called the Fast Walker program. There was some information that was released publicly about a similar program the Navy has. I can't talk about it because I don't have approval to talk about it. But obviously they're interested because they have equities underwater. They're interested in if there's anything underwater that can perform beyond anything we have. And I remember speaking to one individual who pulled me aside very privately, and he said, Lou, we were tracking this thing doing, and I won't say the exact speed, but hundreds and hundreds of knots underwater, and it was bigger than our own submarine. Right now, you know how big our submarines are, right? They're huge.
Yeah.
And I asked him, naively, I just kind of came out, well, what do you do when you encounter that? And he just said, very honestly, he said, we go around. Just like that, we go around.
Have there been interactions with these things?
I would not at liberty to discuss any details about that. Right. That's not for me to discuss. You and
I got to get drunk.
I'm a lightweight, you know.
I got to get you drunk. Let's go have some whiskey. Find out what the fuck is up. So this thing is bigger than the sub, and they followed it for hundreds of miles.
Let me give you another a great event that occurred. And I'll talk about this because it's not classified. Okay. The portions that might be, I don't know about, so it should be fine. There's an individual who I'm aware of who was a helicopter pilot back in the late 90s in the Caribbean, and they were doing missile recovery. So what happened is that the Navy would test fire missiles, and then they kind of run out of fuel, they hit the water, and they sink. Then at a predetermined time, they pop to the surface, we grab it with a helicopter, bring it back to shore, and we test it for telemetry and make sure that this cruise missile was doing what it was supposed to do. So they're out there in the helicopter, frogmen hanging down the line. You got the helo pilot, you got the crew chief, and the co-pilot looking all down at the bubble. And as they're about to grab this cruise missile out of the ocean, there's something huge and round, and what was described to me as black as a devil, starts to rise to the surface. The water begins to churn, very much like David Fravor's description of the Tic Tac incident and the roiling water. The frogman is so freaked out, he's literally trying to climb the line back up. He's like total Panic at the Disco, right? And the helicopter's like, do we do like an emergency ascent? What the hell's going on here? And right as this thing is about, and by the way, it's the size of a small island and round. Right as this thing is about to break the surface, it sucks the missile down and disappears.
Jesus
and that
Christ.
was, yeah. And Dave Fravor could probably tell you that story a little better than I can.
Oh, let me hide that for a minute. Yo, that's wild. What do you guys think about what my boy's saying so far?
Yo.
Crazy.
Yo.
That's... You know what's funny is there something in that area, because that's considered the triangle, right? That's considered part of the triangle over there?
Bermuda Triangle?
Yeah, is that in the same area over there? Am I
Yeah,
wrong? Where
well,
he
yeah.
said?
I don't know. I don't know exactly what he was talking about.
Okay.
Like far as like the area is
Because I
concerned.
feel like that's a big thing. Like everybody knows about that. Like they know that whole area is known to like you kind of go missing. Like
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff
right.
happening in
There's a
that
whole
specific
mystery over
area.
there. That'd be interesting to know. Like, is there something
I
right
think
there?
there was an incident before on a cruise ship with people that they were on a cruise and they seen some lights under the water, and
Yeah.
everybody was going nuts looking at it off the side of the boat. I think you can Google it or YouTube it, but it's out there, and they're like it was like bright lights under the water. The water was bubbling, and then it just disappeared.
Yeah.
Let's go back to our boy. See what he's gonna finish up with. The video is almost done.
But
What
when you
the
compare
fuck?
that to other things, you got to say,
Imagine being that guy hanging from that line.
no, no, thank you. We call that bait.
Yeah, but it didn't do anything to him.
No.
I would have loved that experience.
Yeah, so that was one of the anecdotes that was revealed to us by one of the
Imagine. Who's
Navy
that
helicopter
seal?
pilots.
Who's that guy that was hanging from that?
The frogman?
Was he a seal?
I don't know. I only know the
Bro,
pilot.
come talk to me, please, sir.
I only know the pilot.
We'll put you in a fucking panda outfit. Yeah, we'll disguise your voice. Tell me what the fuck you saw. I want to hear that story. Oh my god, small island.
Yep,
Black as the devil in
and
a small
round.
island and round.
Yeah, submarines look like this, right? They're not
Right,
round.
right.
So yeah, so that was one of the anecdotes that was shared with us. Obviously Puerto Rico with the other. There's been some UAPs that have been recorded off there. Everybody knows about Aguadilla, the Aguadilla incident.
I don't know about it.
Oh, I'm sure you do. You don't
I
know
do?
about the
Tell me.
Wow.
Trust me.
So you can look it up online. There's a video taken by a DHS helicopter of a very interesting object. At first, it appears to be like perhaps a balloon, but then it does all sorts of weird stuff. And as you're tracking it, it enters the water without making a splash. You can track it underwater. Then it comes up and splits into two. And it's been analyzed over and over again by a lot of experts. It's called the Aguadilla incident.
Maybe I have seen this. Is it kind of blurry looking night
There we
vision?
go. That's it.
Oh, wow.
And so keep watching that, and I'll tell you a little story about this. This is a Customs and Border Protection released this.
How fast is this thing going?
So if you look here, they're looking at this through a form of night vision. I don't know the exact velocity. All that is available. But if you keep watching this, something interesting happens. So here it goes. You're going to see this thing enter the water here. There he goes, underwater, and then it pops back up and splits into two. They're tracking it. See, no waves, no wake. And then it surfaces and then does something pretty interesting here. So keep watching.
So it's going high speed through the water.
Underwater. That's underwater. Then it breaks the surface of the water again. Keep watching. Boom, underwater, over water, boom, underwater, out of water, and then you'll see it split into two. So
I didn't see it split into two. Did you see it?
If you watch the rest of the video, there it is.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, the
Okay,
video is
there.
actually really long, but that's just one example.
Yo, time out.
This is these are you can see all these
Yeah, no, I
videos.
was about to pause that.
We just watched a video within a video within a video within a video.
The
That means we're winning.
Matrix.
I'm just saying.
What up, Mom?
Oh, what up, Mom?
I'll scream at you guys. What up, Mom?
What up?
How about that thing underwater that looks like a Star Wars fighter or whatever it is? I don't think I've seen that one.
No, it's a sunken. It's under the water, and you have to. I think it's been under there for a long time. It looks like a Star Wars ship.
Really?
It looked like. I think it looks like a crash land or like sunk or something. If I'm right, I could be wrong.
Let me pull my boy up the screen. So that just kind of touches on what we talked about last week, because we were talking about the possibility of it being an underworld thing. One of the things that stuck out for me, like after we talked last time, remember Donnie, you brought up the cartoon Atlantis. Obviously, we all know the tale of like actual Atlantis.
Right.
But they say that they sunk to the bottom of the ocean. I mean, what if they're really? Remember in the cartoon they had a dome over it and they were just living down there?
Right. Yeah, and that could be the case of like the lights that Mike has said off the cruise ship. It could be that underneath there that they're seeing or something like that. Or maybe it's like one of their vessels that transports from like one, like you know how we fly. Maybe that's like their transport vessel that you've seen. But that's crazy, man. Now, do we think that this is just like an underwater species, or do you think this is alien? Then again, what is alien, right? Because
Exactly.
like we could be aliens to them. So like, what is alien anymore?
Oh, I thought about this. Remember last week we talked about how like things that walk on the bottom of the ocean, to them like fish are flying.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm gonna break this down in a couple different ways. So to them, the fish are flying, right? For us, we walk on the ground, we see the birds flying in the air, right? But what if our air and atmosphere, like our air and atmosphere, is um symbolic to the water for a fish? Like a fish doesn't know it's in water until it's taken out of water. Like if we were never taken out of the air, we wouldn't even know that we're in it. Like, you know what I mean? It's not until you like are in the water that you realize I'm no longer in the air, and then you know what I mean? Like everything changes.
That's
Same
gotta
way
be
if you
the
pull a fish
biggest
out of the water.
Cheech and Chong conversation I've ever had in my entire life.
Yo, but do you follow what I'm saying though?
I got you. I got
You
what
know
you're
what I
saying.
mean?
But like, you're like, yo, what if water is like air? Like, I was like, what? Like, I'm trying to.
I'm telling you though, the water is like air, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's just
but
it's
when you think
comparable.
about it, we're products of the water.
Right.
That's
We
true.
most of our bodies made up of water. What I feel like is
Not
that
only that, but wait,
we
when we're
came from
born,
the sea.
we're in liquid when we're born.
Exactly, but I feel like we came from the sea, and it's like I feel like at one point in time there was a creature that had the ability to be underwater and above water, and it stayed above water for too long, and its gills dried up, which caused its body to create lungs, or it had lungs in it. And then after a certain period of time, it couldn't return back to the sea. So then they had no choice but to, recreate, and that's how we were evolved. If that makes sense, because there's more than one species of fish that breathes air. Dolphins,
Yeah.
whales, other aquatic life breathe air, not and they have no gills.
There is that fish that
That's true.
has legs and they can walk on land now.
You say
You
what?
ever seen that? Yeah, there's like a fish it looks like a hold on.
It looks like a catfish in a way, but it has legs and it crawls out of water. It can stay out of water for multiple months and then go back in water. And they say there's a catfish species like that too. It could dry completely up, and it could be hard as a rock, and you pour water on it, and it comes back to life.
And it comes back to life?
Yeah.
You see how I didn't laugh? It's not funny anymore.
Come on, man. Come on, man. I'm trying to make that joint last as long as I can. All right, let me go back to the chat. Let's go back to the chittle. Back to the chittle.
Oh, Wobb's in the house.
Wobb's in the house. Where's he at?
I don't know why you looking like you're like.
Oh, all right. Nah, because I can't see the chat. That's the thing. He said every alien movie we've seen are actually depictions of what they actually look like for the most part. Yeah, no, for sure. Because what people don't realize is a lot of like our government is really involved with Hollywood.
Yeah, everything's told in Hollywood first before they tell us to see how we would handle it.
It's like a desensitization. Yep.
Theoretically.
No, actually.
Theoretically. I'm trying to get blocked. Just throw theoretically in front
Okay,
of
all right. Theoretically. But no, Wild's right. Yeah. A lot of the depictions that we're being shown is actually what they look like.
I believe that. It's funny because like if you go to different sides of the earth and you just tell them to describe what you think an alien looks like, it's usually the same exact imagery. And that was before things were like social media wise, like before it was easy to talk to somebody all the way across the earth. You know what I mean? Like it was kind of like the same thing as like spacecraft and all that. Remember how like the scriptures and stuff? It was kind of all the same thing with aliens. So
for real. He said, I think no better place to hide in the bottom of the ocean. Hell yeah, especially when we haven't even seen or don't even know about 90% of it.
That's a fact.
That's freaking wow, bro.
Hey, but you know what we were talking about the other day? How the sky could be water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And beneath us could be water.
Yeah.
But it's just another sky for somebody else. You know, when we look up into outer space and we think we see UFOs and stuff, it could just be a ship in water. The same way we see it beneath us, it could be above us.
Donnie, you still got that scary music, man? Might be freaking me out, bro.
Nah, but hey, what color?
Not
What colors? What color is the sky? Blue.
blue.
What
Depends.
color is water?
It
Blue.
depends. It depends. Sometimes it's orange. Sometimes it's yellow. Sometimes it's
I get it, but if you're under the water and you're looking up and you see the sun, it could be orange, it could be blue, it could be black, it could be any color, depending on the way the light hits.
I don't know.
I'm telling you, it rains. It rains water from above.
You
Well,
think
think
it's a hole, you think it's a hole in the system?
I just think it's condensation from up above. It's gotta come from somewhere.
Imagine this. Imagine you're a fish and you're swimming, and a speedboat comes by.
Jay, look up this. Google when it rained fish.
Nah, come on, bro.
I'm serious. No, I'm serious.
When it rained fish?
Yeah, look it up. It actually rained fish.
Hold on, bro. I don't know. I thought my YouTube deep diving was amazing until you told me it rained fish. I feel like I'm not searching the right stuff. Hold on. Rained fish.
They got a leak.
In Iran?
What?
Pull it up.
It says in Iran and Denmark and Honduras.
Look, you can watch the video. Just fish are falling from the sky.
All right, raining fish caught on camera. Let's see.
We may even have a space force.
Oh, damn, this shit on the news. Hold on.
Share it.
Hold on. He's gonna get through his ads.
There we go.
Somebody doesn't pay for the
Weather
premium.
forecast that called for storms with a light drizzling of fish. It sounds like a biblical plague, but it happened this week in Texas, where multiple residents reported witnessing the aquatic animals fall from the sky. News Nation correspondent Marky Martin explains.
Oh my goodness, look at all of them. This is a pretty good sized one.
Forget the men. They're all in quarantine. This New Year's week, it's raining fish.
There's tons of them in my yard and in my driveway.
For a few minutes during a Wednesday afternoon storm, a flurry of them rained down on Texarkana.
Hell
It didn't just hail over here at Walker's when Stop Auto.
Look up a different video from a different country.
Fish
It's even crazy in different
everywhere.
Amber Walker took to TikTok to share her experience. She says in 33 years, she and her husband have never seen anything like it.
Yo, it's just raining fish out here, bro. You said go look in another country?
Bro, you know what's funny? Imagine the cats over there. They must have been like,
Meow.
It's stupid. Yo, big facts though. Hold on, you said in another country? There's no other.
No,
Oh,
you
wait.
go up right there. That one.
Mexico, this one? Let's see.
Yeah.
Hey, girl.
Doesn't matter loud, bro. You can turn it up. This one's loud.
I don't know. I kind of like this shit, bro. Trying to figure out what's happening. Fish just getting sucked up in their water. Yeah.
That's what they say.
Yo, this one's banging right here, though. Hey, fish on the ground. Fish from the sky, fish from the sky. Okay. Yo.
China.
Yeah, that was kind of booty, yo. Turn it off.
Right,
that was the wackest video I ever watched, yo.
Yeah, nah, it actually wasn't. That's the funny part, man. That shit was amazing. He said we are living in a condensation form of water.
That's what she said.
Is on a song, like a form of vapor. Yo, I told you. Like, yo, you guys thought I was crazy when I said, like, the fish in the water don't know they're in the water until they're out of the water. This air is a form of water, but it's like a less Sorry. Just joking. It's a less it's like a condensation form of water, like Wob said, man.
I don't know. You gotta do more research
do you
into that.
think
Yeah.
that do you think that there is an end to space then? So you know how like the ocean is the ocean floor, and then where we are.
Yeah.
Do you think that, and then there's our air, our oxygen, right?
Mm-hmm.
To space, like the space line.
Yep.
And then do you think from the space line out, there's another obstacle?
I don't think there's an end to the ocean. I think the ocean goes down, and we can't go to the bottom of the ocean, so we don't know.
We can't, but that doesn't mean there's not a bottom.
I don't. But how do we know?
How don't we know?
How do you know you don't get to the bottom and fall through something else?
All right, I just figured it out. So the ocean is an ocean.
Yeah.
The atmosphere is an ocean. Outer space is an ocean in its own right. And I think it just keeps going and going and going and going.
It's like a UFO. An ocean is an ocean if it's an ocean.
Dude, we're in an ocean right now. We don't even realize it.
No, I know it.
We're in an ocean of air, if that makes sense.
I'm over here split splash and taking a bath.
We're in an air pocket inside of a big ocean. Put it like that.
There we go.
Ooh.
Now,
imagine if we're in the dome under the water.
I just got claustrophobic.
Imagine if we were just in somebody's fish tank somewhere.
Could you imagine? Oh my God, I'd be pissed.
Yo, facts. Everybody's all trying to figure life out. Like, imagine if this, imagine if that. We're just on some alien's desk in his bedroom. Like, in like a little
shit, I
fish
forgot to
tank.
clean the tank today.
Oh man.
Oh snap, that would be
He
crazy.
turns the filter on, and that's why we get tornadoes.
For real.
Right?
Yo, for real. All fun stuff to think about. But let me ask you guys this: if we, how can I put it?
You already put it pretty good.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, you're all right.
Hold on.
Wah, wah, wah.
Hey.
I'm really gonna watch this whole thing again, bro.
I'm joking.
Oh shit!
I ain't gonna lie, I do love that video though, man.
Yeah, that's weird, man.
I'm gonna throw this at you guys. We are the aliens who are looking for the aliens.
Ooh. Running
Kinda makes
scared.
sense.
We're
Out of
unlike
space.
anything else on this planet.
Yo,
Wait, when
did
you
hear
think
me?
about it, we're extraterrestrials to extraterrestrials.
Yo,
Well, think about
Jay.
this. Every time you go swimming in the ocean, you're an extraterrestrial because now you just crossed over into another terrestrial of existence. So for every time you go swimming in the ocean, you're an alien to those fish that live in that natural habitat.
Damn.
Hey, girl.
What do you feel about dolphins?
They are sexually frustrated.
Yo, I know
They
what
want to
that,
hump humans.
they do be humping. They do be humping. Yo, he said, hell yeah, that proves the firmament. Scott said that's like terrible porn music with fish porn from the sky. Yo, facts. What the hell was I gonna say? Jesus, I had it right on the tip of my tongue.
Heyo.
You said it made sense. It proves the firmament. There was something I was gonna say. What were you guys just talking about? I totally
Dolphins.
lost it. Dolphins. I know where dolphins are from, bro.
That's what she said.
Yo, dolphins aren't from this planet, bro. There's
You
a
said
couple.
the same thing about jellyfish, bro.
No, not jellyfish.
Yeah, you said jellyfish aren't from this planet.
The octopi, octopus, squid are not from this planet.
They can change
100%.
they can change their whole color.
They can change their
everything.
DNA at will.
Mhm.
I thought squid could do the same thing.
Yeah, the octopi family. I'm gonna pull them holes up. Hold on. Actually, I can't see the screen. But yeah, I know where dolphins are from, man. Dolphins aren't from this planet, and the octopi aren't from this planet either. scientifically. You know that dolphins are deemed the most intelligent species on the planet? I don't know if that still stands, but the last time I checked, it was.
I guess.
Say that again. Repeat that whole thing.
The whole thing from where?
No, what you just said.
That dolphins are deemed the most intelligent species on the planet?
Are they? I thought it was the killer whale.
That's a good question.
You could be right. You could
No,
be right.
no. I want to know. Let's figure it out.
Well, they are close. They're closely related. So
are they?
Yo, do you know that
Pretty sure
do you
they
know how unpredictable the killer whale is? The orca. They found in Southern California, off the coast, maybe what is that? San Diego. That killer whales were eating themselves, like eating each other, like their own species. Yeah, I swear to God.
like animals.
That's pretty sad.
Here we go. How much is this? Oh, the intelligent showdown. Hold on.
Here we go. Showing down.
I'm Peter Griffin.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this.
Are orcas smarter than dolphins?
This is what our show has come to?
Comparing the intelligence of orcas and dolphins involves complex factors. Both species are highly intelligent, known for their problem-solving skills, social structures, and communication abilities. Orcas, a type of dolphin, are particularly noted for their sophisticated hunting techniques and complex social groups.
Oh, yeah. Wow, we're going to touch on that.
However, defining smarter depends on the criteria used, such as learning ability, memory, or adaptability. Thus, while both are intelligent, it's difficult to definitively state which is smarter, as intelligence varies based on different measures.
I don't know if that's true or he's making a joke. Oh, snap. Oh, damn, look at them dolphins chilling. So, Wob said he heard that dolphins and humans, heard that humans are dolphins that evolved. Now, here's what I'm gonna throw at the conversation, or I'm gonna throw it at Wob, and he's not totally off with that, but it really depends. It really depends on how can I put it? It really depends on where you come from as a human, because not all humans are from the same place.
You know what's funny? I could be wrong on this, but I feel like humans.
When I say place, I mean spatial origin. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Yep, go ahead.
No. I want you to finish.
What happens if a dolphin has sex with a mermaid?
That became a human.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I feel like I swear to God, if you start talking, I'm gonna shut you off.
I was gonna say this.
So I feel like we have like little pieces of everything out there. You know what I mean? Like dolphins, like the. So stupid. Why do we do this show? Does that make sense though?
Yo, when you guys gonna send me the Temu links for those microphones and setups and stuff?
Well, nah, Temu, this microphone is top notch, baby.
Get out of here, bro. You want a Temu mic right now, brother?
I'm just on my cell phone.
You got a green behind you. You could do the green screen.
I can't log in through my account.
Oh dang!
Like I can log in, but I can't get on the stream. Let me log out and I'll try again.
It's all right. You don't have to do it right now.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work, buddy. Plus, what time is it? Are we about to be off in like 8 minutes?
But I can do this. Ready?
I'm Peter Griffin.
Oh, let me find that video. I found of Donnie from back in the day.
I'm out of here if that's the case.
Nah, come on, it's amazing, yo.
Which one?
I'm gonna show you. Don't worry about it. It's coming.
I don't like this at all.
Didn't you say you had a video of me rapping?
Who, you rapping?
I had a song of you wapping. Wapping.
Wapping. Wapping.
You was wapping.
This rapping was wapping.
You keep your wapping to yourself, buddy.
All right, let me play a video of my boy Donnie. Donnie, you remember this video?
You're so stupid. I hate you. I did so good on this video, though.
You're so oh snap, bro! Yo, tell me that's not you. Like 2 hours into any of my parties, yo.
Yeah.
Yo, hold up. Remember that party? You and my brother were like joking around. My mom thought you guys were really gonna fight.
Oh yeah.
She was like, "We don't do that here."
She pulled me to the front. She's like, "What's going on with you two?" I was like, "Mom, we just joke around like that.
We've been friends forever."
That was hilarious, man. Nah, you know why? Because the other night, me and Andrew were watching Mall Cop, and it was the Segway scene where he was like rolling around. I was like, "Yo, that looks like Donnie." I was like, I'm gonna pull that up on one of the shows one day.
I gotta say, this is my last night on Uncut. It's been a pleasure, everybody. I'm really gonna miss you. I'm gonna start my own podcast.
Man. Yo, Floyd up in here. Let's go, baby. Game time. Oh, is he trying to call you? Oh, I see Mike go away. Hell yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna call him Frost. Calling Ancient Frost. That's our family, man.
Whoa, Demetrius in the house?
We was actually just talking about him. That's
What
crazy.
up, Floyd?
D Brown in the house, baby. Let's go. Game time. But yeah, the Mall Cop joint was hilarious, man. When I seen that,
That was funny.
Yo, Matt said, "What's popping?"
What's popping with you, Matt? Let's go, baby. What's going on? Matt's joining us from down south, man.
China.
What up, cuz?
That's to the west.
Stop it.
Oh man. So
King
oh,
in the
you know
castle.
what?
King
Hey,
in the castle.
listen,
Have a
oh man, come on, man. You took care of my brain. I'm trying to I would love to have Matt to know what Matt thinks on this. You know what I'm saying? Because one of the things I seen, right? Obviously, since all this talk about the aliens been coming up, all this type of government stuff, and now everybody's like aliens. I see a lot of people, not a lot of people, but I see
So one person.
from a religious standpoint, people are like, oh, don't trust the aliens. They're actually demons. Have you guys heard this take? Yeah, I swear.
Who the fuck is that guy?
But I seen that. Have you guys ever heard anything like that? They say, yo, don't trust the aliens. They're actually demons. Boom, 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 boom. But what I would love to know from Matt's perspective, you know what I'm saying? Because I know he's versed, you know what I'm saying? So or anybody's perspective who's on here. How does life outside of this planet line up with any kind of religious view? Like, does that, you know what I mean? Like, does that change anything or nah? You know what I mean? Like, is life welcomed throughout the universe, or is it specific to this planet, and then anything outside of this planet would be deemed something nefarious? You know what I mean? Like, what do you guys think?
Me personally?
Huh?
You want to know what we think?
Yeah, anybody. Wob said he did hear that. So Wob, what are your thoughts on it, man? I wish we got to get Wob on the show too. But what are your thoughts on it? Because I heard that same thing in hold on, let me see. Church pushing fair to keep their flock. Yep. I heard people take that position too. He said, I don't think that's the case. There was life.
I feel like
religion.
I feel like everything that happened in the Old Testament and the Bible actually happened. And it was supposed to happen that way.
Okay.
Because that was the way that humanity was supposed to be shaped.
Mm-hmm.
That everything happens for a reason. I truly feel that. And I feel like if we were created by aliens or we were created by whoever, they did create a God. And that God did what he did, and all that stuff actually happened because it was supposed to happen. And that keeps everybody at bay, and it keeps people from thinking that there's something else out there. So they worship one God at that time, and then obviously when things went down the line, then other people started worshiping other gods and things like that. But That's my look on it.
Nah, I got you. I'm gonna read what Matt said. I didn't want to cover your face while you was talking, but I was trying to readjust the cameras, but there was no way to do it. He said the scriptures talk about us being made from this earth, and we will be on this earth. I don't doubt. I don't doubt Hodge may have something different going on somewhere else.
No, he put, I don't doubt God may have had something different going on somewhere else.
Okay, all right. Okay, at the end, okay.
So
all
really,
right,
at the end of the day, God could have been extraterrestrial, and he could have been creating life on multiple planets. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so, you know, our story here is our story here. What happened here happened here. A whole different story could have happened on another planet somewhere else. You know what I mean?
That's the how can I put it? That's the position that I love to take as well, because it's just worrisome to me when for my own personal, you know, evaluation on anything. It's worrisome to me when people say like, oh nah, like it's only us, only here on the earth, that's it. Like there's nothing else. Like to the point like, oh, like dinosaurs didn't even exist, like all this other type of stuff, you know what I mean? But it's like I definitely resonate with what you know, with what Matt said. He said, you know, I see that the scripture said we was made from this earth, 1,000, boom, 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 but God could have something else going on somewhere else. So yeah, 100. I agree with what Mike was saying. Yeah, okay, hell yeah, hell yeah. We can't even imagine. I feel
you know what's crazy? Not to jump subject. I think
I
saw a video earlier of it looked like a dinosaur walking down the street, and then they showed pictures afterwards, and there was giant tear marks in the car. I don't know if it was staged or what, but like it looked kind of real. I was like, damn, I'll have to get that video, like try to find it, and then put it in the like next week or so, something like that.
But like when you think about it, everything has their time and their place on Earth.
Right.
So when it's our time to go, we'll go, and then whatever God or the Creator or whoever anybody believes in decides to take us out, something else will be digging us up out of the ground, saying, "Oh, look, it had 5 fingers and 5 toes, not 12."
For real.
You know what I mean? Like
fuel.
Yeah.
So I mean, only God knows, right?
Yeah, like they had all these metal boxes. We have no idea what they were used for.
Right?
Yeah. Nah, I get it. Hell yeah, everything has a season, man. This is our season.
I'm like, whoa, look at this forehead on this. Wait, there's a sign next to it that says Coach Brown.
Oh, here's a question for you guys. Right? All of this that we're seeing right now, all of these like Congress talking about aliens, the conversation being being less taboo, like where we can actually really talk about it, where it's not like, oh, he believes in aliens, he's crazy, put him in the backyard type of thing, like, you know what I mean? I really feel like in the very near future, I'm gonna say in the next 5 years, like 5 years max, they're gonna give us some hardcore evidence that there's other life forms and that we're not alone in the universe, and we may even have communications with them within the next 5 years. So I'm gonna go on a whim and say that. But my question for you guys is, do you think that the exposure or the disclosure that we've gotten so far is genuine, or do you think that they're leaking this information to pull off some? Because a lot of people think they're trying to pull like a psyop on us, like get us all worked up about aliens and then do a fake alien invasion to ramp up Space Force and have all the countries connect under like one world government, blah, 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 blah. Do you guys think that all of this alien rollout is leading up to some psyop, fake operation that they're going to try to pull on the planet? Or do you think this is genuine leakage of making a genuine connection with aliens?
I mean, it could be either or. I mean, they could be trying to, you know, like psych us out. Like, yeah, there's aliens, and they're making it all up because they want to explore, or they want a reason to go into outer space.
Yo.
They want us to pay for it.
Yo,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Matt said he's not hearing much of the alien talk. What's being leaked? So there's been a lot of congressional hearings on aliens, a lot of military footage of aliens being released. Actually, I'm gonna play one of the a clip from one of the congressional hearings. Let's see, One World Order 1000. That's what I'm leaning more towards. He said, I got to see the evidence they are presenting. So they did present them 2 bodies. Remember them 2 little small bodies in Mexico?
Yeah,
but they ended up never going nowhere with that, right? I never heard anything else about it, so I'm not sure what's up with that. But let me pull this up so we can listen. This is a quick clip from my dude, David Grutchin. He's a whistleblower on this whole alien stuff. And it's just a small clip. He got in-depth interviews. So him, who's the other guy? I forget the other guy who's out here just blowing the wig off of this whole alien thing. Well, hold on. Let me see. Boom. Yeah, this is David right here. Let me just get past the ad.
No YouTube Red, bro? Why you being cheap?
Nah, ain't nobody got time for that, man.
Everybody has time for that.
Here we go. It's just a short clip. Again, it's not the full shebang bang, but to give you an idea of what type of shit that's going on. This is a congressional hearing in the United States of America.
A House Oversight and Accountability Subcommittee held a historic hearing on unidentified anomalous phenomena, also known as UFOs. Lawmakers heard from 3 witnesses today, including former U.S. military and intelligence community personnel who claim to have come into contact with such objects. Natalie Brand has more now from that hearing.
We have nothing close to it.
Retired Navy Commander David Fravor testified before Congress about an encounter he cannot explain. A strange tic-tac-shaped object he says he saw in the sky during a training mission in 2004.
The technology that we faced was far superior than anything that we had.
Lawmakers on Capitol Hill are digging into the national security concerns and the mystery posed by unidentified anomalous phenomena, or UAPs, also known as UFOs.
Do you believe that our government is in possession of UAPs?
Absolutely, based on interviewing over 40 witnesses over 4 years. I know the exact locations.
A whistleblower who formerly worked on the Defense Department's UAP task force, David Grush, claims he was denied access to information on a government UFO crash retrieval program, something the Pentagon disputes.
Biologics came with some of these recoveries.
Were they, I guess, human or non-human biologics?
Non-human, and that was the assessment of people with direct knowledge on the program I talked to.
Congress members from both sides of the aisle are demanding more transparency from the U.S. Department of Defense. A recent report revealed the government is investigating more than 650 potential sightings. But Ryan Graves of Americans for Safe Aerospace says there's still a stigma around reporting.
Right now, we need a system where pilots can report without fear of losing their jobs.
The witnesses say better data is needed to determine what the identified objects are and their origins. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Yeah, so non-biologics, man, or non-human biologics. What do you guys think about that? Well, let's get to Wob. He said both exactly why Area 51 exists and why we cannot. Hold on 1 second. YouTube's still playing in the back for me. I'm all yelling in the mic. Why we cannot go certain places like the Amazon. Yep, Amazon, because there's a lot of people they don't want us making contact with in the Amazon, and a lot of ancient ruins that they found through, I think they call it LiDAR, when they scan the
LiDAR.
LiDAR. Yeah, they found a lot of structures they don't want us messing around with. And in Antarctica, supposedly there's a whole race of I don't know whether to call them extraterrestrials or ancient people that live over there. They actually they're called the Aryans. They live in Antarctica.
Matt said they didn't say what they seen.
Who didn't say what they seen? Oh, Matt said it. Hold on. Let me go here. 1 second. I'm going to go to Matt right after this. He said, Bob Lazar. Yeah, Bob Lazar, we talked about him last week. Bob Lazar was working Area 51 in the 80s. He ended up coming out talking about everything he saw. They raided his offices, confiscated a lot of his materials. You know what I mean? It was crazy. Let me see here. Wasn't black and white. They didn't say what they seen. That was a nothing burger. So that guy, David Grushin, and then also, I forget the other guy's name, Lewis something. We watched him actually earlier in the stream. What they talk about is that there's certain things that they have clearance to talk about. You know what I mean? There's other things or depths they can't go to for national security reasons. So they can only discuss publicly what they have clearance to discuss. Anything beyond that, if they don't have clearance, then they obviously they can be arrested by the government. They could be charged with, I don't know what they call it, but basically they consider them violating national security. You know what I mean? Let's see. But yeah, I mean, the thing that sticks out for me is that the conversation is public now. You already know. We grew up on what? Unsolved Mysteries, shows like Sightings. You know what I mean? Like everybody had that one cousin who was like, "Yo, aliens this, aliens that." Everybody was like, "Yo, whatever, bro. Like, get out of here with that." You know what I mean? Like, but now it's like it's really
when they have a whole hearing sphere, like that, I mean? Just about it, it makes it kind of like, okay,
yeah.
If you were like, if you didn't believe in it, now it's in your head at least. Like,
yeah,
you know,
yep.
Oh, you can go check the VOD.
Do the rerun.
Rerun. We might throw a rerun up on Friday.
Matt said I could dig. Did y'all hear about the ancient Egyptian statue with hieroglyphs in the Grand Canyon? Yeah, and I know they shut that down. Shut that down quick. And then also there's remnants of actual Sphinx in Egypt. I mean, not in Egypt, obviously, but in the Grand Canyon.
But they say that the Grand Canyon
I definitely heard
leads
about
there.
that. What leads over to the Egypt?
Mm-hmm.
Over to Egypt?
Mm-hmm.
That would be a long tunnel, my bro.
No. But if you remember, years and years and years ago, the continent's all connected.
Oh, the Pangea.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who's to say that? Who's to say there's not a portal there?
But that's the shit though. A lot of these ancient cultures talk about actual portals where it's like, yo, now we walked through this stone thing, and we came out on either another side of Earth or another planet altogether. You know what I mean?
You talking about Stargate, SG-1?
Exactly. There's a lot of Stargates, and they always show us the shit they find. They always show it to us in the movies. You know what I mean? But there's Stargates all throughout ancient cultures. You know what I mean? They still have them there. Like,
who's to say there's not an alien race living in the rock down there?
Yeah.
There could be anything. That's why we're not allowed. And anything that goes or tries to go in there gets shot down or taken down immediately.
Mm-hmm.
They have snipers that patrol over there 24/7. So if you try to fly a drone in there, it gets shot down immediately.
Yeah.
How big is this area? I've never even seen this area of.
Imagine if that's the true Area 51.
Hell yeah.
Imagine if that's the true Area 51 and the Area 51 we know is a decoy.
That's very possible.
They have said that before, that the Area 51 was a decoy.
You said
allegedly.
That mean that America is part of Africa. Well, yeah, at one point all the continents were connected, man. Pangea, every single continent was connected with each other. Allegedly, according to the science, we've been taught that the continents were connected, and that the continental drift is what moved these continents apart to give us the continents that we know now. He said pyramids were made to transmit energy. Exactly. That's why they're specifically placed all around the world. They're built in a particular place in its high energetic points of the planet. You know what I mean? They were practicing I forget the terminology for that specific energy. But basically, Tesla was trying to tap into the same thing. He understood that the Earth has specific power points, power grids, you know what I mean, that connect all parts of the Earth.
It's DC current. It's underground. Like you can produce 12 volts right from the soil.
Right from the soil? Yeah, that's
right
like
from the soil.
Yeah, look at how they turn the light bulbs on with the potato. It's all from the ground.
Yep.
Like if you put a copper rod into the ground, and then you put a steel rod into the ground, and you wrap the copper pipe with a coil all the way around it, you can produce free energy. You can make LED lights light up, and you don't have to pay for it. Same thing with the lemon.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
No, with the lemon.
No. We can do that shit, man. We ain't alleging that.
You can. Hey, look up on YouTube how to power a LED with a lemon.
You messing up my whole search engine right now. Matt said where. I'm trying to see what he meant by where. Power LED light. You said where? Lemon?
Yeah.
Hold on 1 second. Oh, Mike ain't playing. Hold on. You get past these ads.
You ever heard of dowsing rods?
Something that we pick up at the store and put in a clock to make it run. But sometimes the only battery you need is something as simple as a lemon from your kitchen. Which sounds crazy, right? But aside from being tasty, lemon juice is also an electrolyte solution, which means it produces a low voltage, about 0.9 of a volt per lemon. So if we wanted to light this 3-volt LED light, yep, we need 3 volts, so about 4 lemons to make it work. Now, to create the circuit, we'd also need some zinc-covered nails, some alligator clips, and some medium-gauge copper wire, which you can get at a hardware store. Or you can use some of the leftover holiday lights stashed in the closet. The key thing is to create as conductive a circuit as you can. So once you've cleaned your copper wire and zinc nails to make sure they're more conductive, you'll stick a nail in one side of the lemon and a wire in the other side. Positive, negative. Do the same with 3 more lemons and set them up in a copper to zinc pattern so you can easily connect the alligator clips. And when you're ready to light your LED, fasten the copper side alligator clip to the longer positive end of the LED and the zinc side to the shorter negative end. And there it is, light! If your light's a little dim, go ahead and use a fresher lemon or use the same number of lemons to help you calculate a little math. Either way, if life gives you lemons, you don't just have to stick with lemonade.
John Hopkins.
Did not know that. I knew food was electric, but I
Boogie,
didn't know we was lighting light bulbs with that joint. You know what I mean?
Why do you think we drink electrolytes? It's to put more electrons in our body. It makes our body get back to normal.
Boogie woogie. But yeah, yeah. A lot of people don't know that those pyramids, especially the pyramids in Egypt, were power plants. You know what I mean? That's why they had them water shafts underneath them. And another thing people don't know, see, there's a book called The Emerald Tablets. The illest book I've ever read in my life. You know what I mean? I probably read Emerald Tablets huh?
You ever heard of the Baghdad battery?
Yeah. Yep.
That was a source of light. It was probably from electrolytes as well, or whatever they had, or I think they used a lot of what is it? It used to be in thermometers.
Mercury.
Yep. Mercury. And there's special benefits to mercury, but they tell us we get poisoned by it.
Yo, they what was his name? That guy Tesla.
Yeah.
He did he was trying to do wireless electricity. Yep. That's why you see buildings with those weird tops way back in the day, because they were
he did do it.
Conductors. Yeah, I know he did. But I'm saying allegedly.
Well, we all know they did.
I'm just trying to keep the channel on the table, buddy. We already got kicked off of TikTok once.
That's fine. I'm gonna see if I can get to this. Hell yeah.
Yeah, we should try to build a Tesla coil in your backyard, Jay.
There's enough going on back there. I don't think you should keep messing with it.
Yo, let's check this out. Hold on, I'm gonna check something out with you guys. Let me see. Hold on. I'm gonna show you guys some light bulbs, yo.
What?
Some light bulbs.
You can't say that.
Of course I can, man.
That's what she said.
Today, we take for granted nightly city skylines, streetlights, and the overall power that drives our modern convenience. But, could the wise men of ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia have had knowledge of electricity, even electric illumination, or even electric-based technology? Within the framework of some archaeological evidence, the answer seems affirmative. The most widely cited evidence that the ancient Egyptians used electricity is a relief beneath the temple of Hathor at
Yeah, wow,
Dendera,
that was one of the
Egypt,
crazy ones. I might pull that up
figures
next.
standing around a large light bulb-like object. The socket is represented by what appears
Those are called like the dendra bulbs or some shit like that.
to be a lotus flower with a stem that runs like a cable along the bottom of the device. Inside the bulb is a snake-like line winding its way out of the lotus flower socket. According to supporters of the hypothesis that this depicts an electrical light, such as Eric von Daniken, the snake represents the filament of the bulb. Von Daniken created a working model of the bulb in a laboratory which works, emitting an eerie, purplish light. He used the same measurements, including two metal beams that look like arms stretched into the big end of the bulb, and a wire connecting those beams with the socket at the other end. But, where did the power come from to light the bulb in ancient Egypt?
It was them hydro chambers underneath the friggin' the pyramids. But yeah, Wob talked about the alien sighting in the school in Africa. That's actually I think one of the most profound like alien joints. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hold on, let me see. I'm gonna look that joint up. We're gonna watch that, and then after that, we're gonna call it a wrap. It's almost 9:30, Mike.
You're gonna have the Men in Black knocking on your door.
Yo, facts. Aliens. African school. Let's see. Yeah, because all the kids seen that shit. But I'm trying to find one that ain't that long because all these joints is like 8 minutes. 8 minutes. FBI, open up! For real.
What is that? Vibranium from Black Panther?
Yo, for real. Well, yeah, whatever. We ain't got to watch the whole thing. But I'm going to play this one.
Janet. And she gets back to me and she's like, yeah, so Spielberg's definitely not going to meet with you, but he knows you're working on this UFO documentary. He thinks you should look into this landing case that happened in Africa at the school. And I said to myself at the time, and remind you guys that I was making a film on UFOs. And I dismissed it so quickly because I thought there's no way that a mass landing with the sheer volume of eyewitness testimony at a school in broad daylight could happen and the whole world not know about it. So I just walked away from that story for about 10 years. 10 years later, I'm doing an event at the National Press Club with Leslie Kean, who was part of the article in the New York Times that came out in 2017. And she introduced me to this guy, Randall Nickerson. And she's like, oh, he's working on this landing case in Africa. Long story short, he's working on a film now. I think it's coming out next year, specifically on just that case. Dan Farah is producing it. And he said, I'm working on the case, and if you want to do something with me on it, a small piece, I could. So I got back into it. I licensed some of the footage that Dr. John Mack, the Harvard psychiatrist that came and interviewed the school children on camera within a week of it happening. He unfortunately looked the wrong way in London, got run down by a car and died. So I contacted the Institute with the help of Randall Nickerson. I licensed the archival footage. We tracked down the witnesses today. We flew them in from all different corners of the world, brought them together. A lot of them were standing right next to each other. They came face to face, and one of the things I've realized was that there were roughly 100 kids in the playground, broad daylight, aerial school, Ruwa, Zimbabwe, 1994, and they got within arms, some of them within arm's length of these beings.
They don't want that.
Together for the first time in 20 years, and a lot of them hadn't even told their significant others, just because they said they were tired of having to defend this. And I myself didn't believe it when I first heard about it back in 1997. And that segment of the film is the most, in my opinion, is the most powerful segment because
it's very compelling.
You've got all these children saying what they saw on camera after. And then we go to Africa and we meet with the headmistress, She was a teacher at the time. We went with other witnesses. We go to the landing site. We talk to people at the school. That case is absolutely, and it was witnessed by lots of other people in and around the area for several days before it chose a school to land. Steven?
It's so compelling because the children are all
We have
clearly,
footage of
they're
this?
not actors. So as they're adults.
What happened?
Do we have footage of this?
No, there's no footage. There's only the testimony
my
of
God.
the 40.
I have to neuralize you real
children, 42 children.
I gotta
It was in 1994. There was no footage back then.
Yeah, footage didn't
my
exist,
God.
buddy.
Look here real quick.
Well,
Scott said it sounds like like he got unalived, which sounds true. How do you look the wrong way and get run down?
Yeah, facts. For real.
Oh, Wob said they killed him in the movie. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was just thinking, how come I never seen this movie?
It's because you can't read.
Same reason they popped Nipsey. Uh-oh.
Oh, my God.
Later,
He was making a Dr. Sebi documentary.
All talking about this moment, and it's like they had a religious experience together. Like they're all sharing it and talking about it, and you could tell it's like it's a deeply moving experience. If they were actors, they wouldn't have been able to do such a good job, because to convey the reality of that moment to them, to be able to have this interpretation of this event where they're all consistent in the story and they're all clearly still shook by this moment. It's really interesting because if you had that scene in a movie, it would take like a really good actor to pull it off. And they'd probably need multiple takes. They'd probably want to get the best one. But those kids, the way they were talking about it and the way they were drawing it, you're like, wow, it really does seem like something happened to them.
I know how credible that the testimony of the children is because my partner, Rebecca, she's never had much of an interest in what I do, making documentaries on UFOs. I do other things as well, but when I was reviewing in the studio,
footage of that before when somebody was interviewing the kids.
You seen footage of somebody interviewing the kids?
I believe so, and they were drawing what they saw in the playground. If you look it up, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, yep. Yo, game time.
What's that guy's name?
Which one?
The guy we were just watching.
I lost him. But I got
on the log.
There we go.
Yeah. And then we saw something shiny, so we all ran down over there.
And it was in the early morning?
It was at break time.
Yeah.
And then we saw something shiny. And we saw two people. They were in tight black suit. And they had big eyes. And we didn't actually see their nose. It was quite small. And their mouth was quite small as well. One of them was running in slow motion up across the ship. And the other one was standing beside the ship.
Yeah, you made a drawing, huh? It looked like this?
No, yeah, something like that. I couldn't see the eyes or the nose or the mouth. It was just blank, like a piece of paper.
Well, when they came, I thought they were crazy.
That is Donnie, baby Donnie.
I thought they were crazy just coming to our school just doing nothing. And all I saw was something like silver coming down, and I said, what must that be? And everybody's crowding it. I must go crowd too. And then I went and I started crowding, and everybody, then more people came and more. And then I said, hey, I can't see anymore. Come on, somebody, I'm short. Come on. And then I went to the front and I started seeing more of them, and then I just ran away.
The day before the spaceship came, my friends and I were sitting in the playground, and one of my friends, her name Emily, she looked up into the sky and she said, oh, there's a UFO. She said, and I looked at it and she said, no, just kidding, it's an airplane. And we looked up and I thought to myself, that can't be an airplane because it was very shiny. It looked kind of like a cigarette, you know? It was a long thing and then on the end it was all shiny. And so I said, maybe it is a UFO. So we were all kind of like getting scared now. And then the day that it happened, then we started thinking, yeah, there must have been a UFO in the sky. Because my brother also saw it, but he's left the school now.
It was sort of like a round shape, sort of like a plate, sort of like two plates that were sort of like on top of each other. Then there was sort of like the hole, the hatch for it, and there was sort of like in between two trees. but you couldn't see that clearly, and it was just silver all over. And I didn't see any men or something like that.
You saw one UFO that's surrounded by little ones?
Yeah, one big one. One spaceship.
Yeah?
With little ones around.
Yeah, let me see. Let me see your drawing.
Oh, let's see.
One big
One big ship and then small ones surrounding it with there were lights.
Yeah.
Surrounding the ship.
They don't want that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I know I've seen that video before.
That's crazy though.
Because you could tell that they're actually
Yeah.
recalling something. They're not making that shit up.
And
Yeah,
it's like their own recollection. Like everybody, like they're telling it how they seen it, and from their own vantage point. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
For real.
They're pretty good actors though.
But my brother left the school.
You're fine. Just joking.
I was
was
like,
going to
they're
go.
crazy.
Then I look over there and I'm like a short guy. All right. Well,
It's
listen.
Donnie on a Segway coming through.
Yo, facts. Yo, that shit was hilarious, yo. Wish I saw.
But yo, guys, I'm gonna have to cut it short, man. I got a couple things I got to do.
Cut it
And
short.
time-
We're almost over.
We're ending right now. All right, so
All right.
that's it, guys. Listen, everybody have a good night. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Chat was lit tonight. You know what I mean?
Part 3.
And part 3 is going to be a little bit different because one of the things we got to consider, I'm going to say, and then we're going to go away. So, yeah, you guys want to say peace to the people?
Peace out, everybody.
Hey, listen, one of the things that I heard, and I think we all got to consider, is that what if the aliens and the UFOs and all the stuff that we're seeing is not from another planet, it's not from underground, but they're actually time travelers, and that's why they don't interact with us, because it will mess up the time continuum.
In a world full of political correctness, Coach Brown and Donnie Rhodes are choosing to keep free speech alive, uncensored, unfiltered, uncut.